I think we're going to continue on some conversations of questions that our viewers out there, that's you, and you, both of you, have sent to us.
How would you stop the carnage of superhero movies if you could?
Stop the carnage?
Yes.
As in the violence in the movie, or stop the actual...
I think stop the trend.
No, I think they still have a place. I just would like them to start making better ones.
Not only that, but maybe not as frequent.
Yeah.
Space them out a little more.
Not every character needs a movie.
Well, the thing is, they have an entire studio, 2 studios dedicated to superhero movies.
Yes. And there's enough characters and plots to do that. I mean, they can put out 2 movies a year, and that would be plenty.
I think that's too much. 1 a year is plenty. If you do it right.
Yeah, but it's not all the same character. Remember, you can have a Superman movie and an Aquaman movie. Right?
Again, though, I think that's flooding. Like, it gives you the superhero fatigue.
I have superhero fatigue. I don't care if I see another superhero movie for another 5 years.
I think a lot of that is because of Disney Plus.
Like, I remember when we would get a superhero, like a good superhero movie, every couple of years. And we were fine with that. And then it was like, bang, 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 bang.
Well, be surprised, because the last 4 years of this, up until Endgame, there were 4 to 5 superhero movies every year, if you count DC and Marvel.
I think I might have like a super strong superhero fatigue. Like these superheroes that have these ultimate powers. Like I was having a lot of fun watching Jessica Jones and Daredevil on Netflix. And that was kind of more grounded.
They weren't overpowered.
Right? Yeah, and they're real people that happen to have a ability, a talent, And I was having fun with those because it was grounded. Now everything is just too storybooky that it's not for me anymore, maybe. And there's so much of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't care about Secret Invasion. I don't care about all these new characters.
Me either.
Not at all. And I don't think they're going to be able to make me care about them.
No, I think. Again, it's just pushing the same thing over and over and over again, and we're putting out content, but they're not putting out quality.
I feel like I'm going to watch it so that they can make money. I don't feel like it's good entertainment.
It's like us, right? We're putting out content, but we're not putting out quality.
Good example.
Good. Bravo. In fact, we're so lazy, you're writing the questions. I would say there's still a place for superhero movies, but they got to stop with all the, like I said, the side guys that we don't care about, or trying to force us to like a character. You cannot take a unpopular character from the comic books and make it a movie star, and just because you want to.
And they're doing that thing where in Endgame they had that shot with all the women together, right?
Yeah.
That pose. And then they have Ms. Marvel and Black Panther, and they're making a lot about stuff that's not the story. Yeah. And I don't like that.
No, I always say story comes first. Everything else should come second. Yeah. And unfortunately they don't.
Leave agenda out. When they do that, we get good movies.
Like I was super happy when they were going to make a Black Widow film. And, okay, this is the female Avenger movie. Mind you, they did it at the wrong time.
Yes.
And they ruined it. That was the only chance that they had to say that, a strong female hero, that we're not pushing something on you, because we were already invested in her. Mm-hmm. And they screwed it up.
And she wasn't overpowered.
Yeah.
She's a regular agent. Okay.
Good.
If you could rewrite and cast any movie, what would it be?
Last Jedi, you know that for sure. For me, Rian Johnson, good writer, like director, good writer, not a secret, should not be writing trilogies that other people are involved in. He has to write his own stuff. Like The Glass Onion, good movie, enjoyed it thoroughly. I wanted to hate it, but I enjoyed it. He went into there and said, I don't care about the trilogy, I don't care about lore, I don't care about anything. I'm going to tell my story about riding space horses.
Okay, and I would say Ender's Game. Yeah.
Like the rewrite or the recast?
Both.
Yeah.
I don't think it had the right cast. I think the movie itself should have been a trilogy. I think they tried to jam everything into a short period of time, and it didn't translate.
Okay. I guess I would have to go with the Hobbit trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was a tragedy.
Terrible movies.
Yeah. After the epicness of the original trilogy, should not have been made.
And it should have been a slam dunk, like the Battle of the Five Armies. Like, that book was great. But no, they did it horribly.
And I possibly would have made it a single movie instead of a trilogy. Instead of drawing everything out and just trying to make stuff.
Yeah. Well, the entire movie was just hobbits running away from things.
And to this day, you know the king, and that's it. You don't know any of the other names. And they also threw in characters that weren't in the book just for a love interest's sake and all. No. Bad. I agree.
As nephews, how did you guys become such buddies with Don?
It's me.
It goes back a long time. Because Don was the uncle. Don was like a young teenager when we were little kids. But he was always the uncle that would like take us out to arcades and take us out to
laser tag.
To laser tag or whatever movies. He would play with us in the basement, and like he would entertain us all the time.
Well, that's one aspect. The other aspect is we have other aunts and uncles, and they're more adult. And Don's brain is more childlike. And
so he was able to relate.
Yeah, we
to
had a
their
better
brain
connection.
levels.
Yeah, because we were kids, right? And he seemed to be at our level.
Right. Yeah.
And we just got along.
Yeah. Well done.
What was the best and worst Halloween costume you ever wore?
You want to put the picture of yourself here?
Okay, I think that's for both of us.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And you?
1 year, when I first moved to Limoges, a bunch of the two guys and two girls and myself said, we're going to dress up like Grease. Because Grease was just come out, and we loved the movie. And we didn't really have the stuff, other than the leather jackets, to look like Grease. So I ended up getting Vaseline, put Vaseline in my hair to slick it back like a greaser. Took me a month and a half to get that stuff out of my hair.
Yeah, not car grease.
It was bad. Like, I'd wash it, and my hands are stuck with Vaseline like this. And
Oh my God.
But you had a perm. You could have been Rizzo.
I didn't have a perm in high school. That was after high school. So that was horrible.
Okay.
It was horrible.
Now I'll put the pictures of me and Mark up here. Now you tell me which one is cuter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you both made better girls than guys. And I'll stand by that to this day.
Who has the best palate?
It has to be me.
Why? You don't like sauce. You don't like
What are you talking
mushroom.
about?
No, you like mushrooms. You don't like lots of other things.
I can eat anything. I've eaten the bugs. I've eaten all that other stuff. When you guys come over and I experiment with food that I've never cooked before, you guys always love the food that I cook for you.
Okay, listen.
So
It's not me. I am very picky.
yeah.
Okay, so here it is.
But maybe I'm picky because my taste buds are discerning. Maybe I do have the best palate.
No.
If you
You're just fussy.
if you exclude like seafood that isn't fish, okay, I think I have the best palate because I can eat anything in the world
Except bugs.
except bugs and
and seafood.
sea bugs.
And seafood. And lobster. And clams. And,
I'll eat
crab.
sauces, spices, meats. I'll take it all. But you don't even put sauce on your pasta.
Yes, I do.
You did it only recently then.
It depends on the pasta. Some
What
things.
pasta you're not going to put sauce?
Like if I'm just cooking at home, I can have hamburger, rice, and mushrooms. That's a good meal to me. It's a quick fix. But if I'm cooking, I'm using sauces. I'm making desserts. I'm doing all of that stuff. So yeah, sorry.
Listen,
I've been at your place. You throw chicken in the oven. And we say it's dinner. So,
But
no,
I've eaten elsewhere.
I've eaten way more
how many-
elsewhere than you have.
How many plates of food did I have at your place?
Like 3 or...
Just because you're...
And that was Mark's cooking.
Just because you
Hey,
eat
whoa,
doesn't
whoa.
mean you have a good palate.
I can cook.
And I ate it.
Yes.
So
That's not a good palate. That's being a pig.
I am both.
Equally.
He's a pig with a good palate. Yeah.
Who would each of you and significant others play in a movie?
Wait, what? Who would I play or who would play me?
You play.
Who would play each of you? So I guess if we were in a movie, who would play you? You like John Lovett would play you.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg could play me.
People say that,
Yeah.
but he's
Well,
cool.
Mark. Mark says that a lot.
No, Mark Wahlberg would definitely play me. That's how he talks.
Was that Mark Wahlberg?
Isn't it? That's how he talks, kind of.
I don't know who would play me. Like
It's more like
Yeah, I don't know. I can't do his voice.
there's nobody that looks like me in the movies.
Kevin Hart.
There's a close resemblance. But his persona is not me. I'd say Michael Cera, but he doesn't look anything like me.
No, but he could play you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's a bit of a loser and
Yeah.
yeah.
who's the guy? John. The guy who played in like with Tom Cruise in the musical movie. There, he was the manager. What's his name? He's also in Billions.
I don't watch Bill.
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti. I think he would probably play me. He'd be pretty close.
Play you?
Yeah, I think he could. We have the same features a little bit.
You said John Ritter before.
John Ritter?
John Lovett's closer.
I don't think I've
We
ever
said John Lovett, and you said John Ritter.
Well, maybe I was just mad that you said a big fat guy. Costello. yeah. So John Candy.
And it says significant others here, so I don't know.
I don't know. Is there an evil queen?
Are you calling my wife an evil queen?
Mine.
Oh, you were looking at me when
You said my significant other.
That's a tough one. I gotta think about that.
Yeah.
A long time.
Me too.
Yeah, they don't want to get beaten up when they get home.
I'd probably say Gal Gadot or Charlize Theron
Yeah.
or give me another good one. Marilyn Monroe. Okay.
She doesn't look so good these days.
If you could start a trilogy movie, any genre, what would it be? It has to be an original thought, not one already made.
Everything's been made.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Oh, well,
you go
okay.
first.
No,
No,
you go ahead.
no.
Yeah, jump-
Please, after you.
Okay, so it's an idea that I've had for a while that I think that would be cool, and I think I told you about it. About the there's a really good fighter pilot, and he's they're running military operations. This is in the future, where they're experimenting with like plasma weapons and stuff like that. And anyway, there's a training operation going on where they're getting attacked, and basically the world has been basically broken down into two sides, right? So you got their side and you got the Americas, and we get attacked by a surprise attack by one of these new plasma weapons and shoots this fighter pilot like 300 years into the future, where we've basically lost the war. We've got a small rebel base going that is still trying to fight back, but this fighter pilot is blinded when he gets shot through time, right? Whatever happened, he got blinded anyway. So, but they receive him on the other side, and because he was the one who traveled forward, he's the only one that can travel back because he's got some kind of a time signature. And so they have to retrain him to be a blind fighter pilot to go back in time and fight off the incoming attack so it never happened. That's my basic plot.
Time travel science fiction fighter movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Top Gun in space. Yours.
Mine would be based on the screenplay I wrote. I wrote a screenplay to just let my wife have a little fun because she played a lot of games, and I took a lot of these characters and I tried to make a story. And so it's basically a fantasy story where a dimensional door is kind of opened up, and oh, look at that. There's a twin world. Not only that, but there's a triple world, and they're all intertwined.
So Narnia.
So you have a twin on each of those worlds. One world is magic, one world is demonic, and there's the Earth world. And it would be the story of one of the heroes, one of the magic heroes was exiled to the Earth world, then the doors open up, and he has to protect Earth world from the other worlds kind of thing. So that would be my story. So it would be a fantasy movie.
Okay.
Mine would be science fiction. And it's this race of aliens that hold a gladiator type game up on a planet. And the stakes are that the losers lose their planets, kind of thing. And
Like pink slips for your planet.
like, well, they destroy the planets, and like it's this, that's their stakes, kind of thing. But when they send people to the different planets, they're always looking for the best of the best to be the fighter, to represent the fighter. And so they come to Earth. The one guy comes to Earth and he sees a movie star who's the biggest action hero, like a Schwarzenegger or a Stallone. And he goes and he takes the actor, thinking the actor is actually the hero. So Earth's hero is just
An actor.
Who has to go up against all these top elite fighters, and he starts winning accidentally, kind of thing. Like, but they all have, and when you're about to go up, it's like an arena. You're each in two different separate places, and it raises you up, and you will be either in your home planet or their home planet, and you don't know, it's randomly chosen. So there's all these different
I like that.
things.
Make that.
I read that screenplay.
Yes, you did.
Then
remember
you start
that.
making like alliances with other aliens to try to escape. And
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I just never knew how to end it.
Movies versus TV shows. Which one is better?
Lately, TV shows.
It depends. Netflix, TV shows.
Disney
Oh, sorry.
Plus, not TV.
Netflix TV shows, yeah, for sure.
But like Amazon Prime has come out with some good stuff, like The Boys. They've come out with Reacher. They've come out with like. There's been some good TV show series lately.
Even miniseries like, Queen's Gambit and stuff like that.
Okay, so
was
let's
great.
say not quality, because there's quality on both sides. Like you got Breaking Bad and you got.
But right down to the stories are better.
But what do you prefer to do? Do you want to see a really good movie, or do you want to watch a really good TV show?
I'd rather see a really good movie.
I would rather watch a series. It's multiple days of entertainment, right? Instead of just a couple of hours. The stories are better. The acting is usually better. That's just what I prefer lately.
Okay, I'm split.
I still like the experience of going to a movie and watching a movie, a good movie that I come out of. Like when I went and saw Yesterday, I walked out of that going, like, I was surprised at how much I enjoyed the movie. And so that's a pleasant, like, great. When I watch a series on TV that's good, I'm just, yay, it's a good series. I'm glad. Great. But a good movie experience?
Why did you choose the only movie you didn't go see with me?
I took you after. You did go see it. After I saw it, I went back and you and I saw it.
Okay.
What's the main character's name?
Hajesh.
Beatles.
What's the main character though?
What's
What's the character's name?
That was his last video.
John Malick.
So far in your life, what is the best thing that has ever happened to you? Okay, but it can't be something like marriage or children.
Best thing that's ever happened to me.
He once won a free coffee at Roll Up to Win.
I am still, to this day, the reigning lip sync champion of the Algo Center Mall 3 years in a row.
That's true. That's true.
And there will never, ever, ever be anyone that can take that title because the mall collapsed.
Yeah, the mall collapsing was the best thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. What about you?
Oh, let me think about it. You up first. You probably already have one in mind. Your life is pretty dull.
No, when you take the marriage and children out of it, like nothing good ever happens to me. So
He did go on a cruise.
There was that one day you got a
I
sofa.
did. Okay, the best thing that ever happened to me was I went on this multi-$1,000 trip and I didn't have to pay anything.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it, and lots of food.
I didn't enjoy it as much.
Yeah.
Because I had to pay for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for Don, it was that time that he took his nephews on the multi-$1,000 cruise.
Sure. That
Oh,
was it.
I actually finished paying off my house, which I never thought would happen.
Kind of nice.
Yeah, so
I think I know yours.
I have a couple. Well, go ahead. Which one are you going to say for me?
When you started your YouTube channel.
That's one for sure, because it gave me something to do in a time where I was going through some rough stuff. Mm-hmm. So you can almost say cancer was the best thing that ever happened to me when you think about it,
Yeah.
which is really strange. But no, having YouTube and having a lot of people out there supporting me through a rough time, and being, when it started to grow, the excitement of seeing people watching the videos was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And then going on cruises and being recognized for the first time.
Yeah. I can't
Very
wait for that to happen to our channel.
Yeah.
don't wait.
Yeah.
Like right now when we
Hey.
get one more subscriber, I'm like, yes.
Hey, somebody on my last cruise with 900 people on it, like as far as like there for the vloggers, said, "Hey, aren't you that guy from Movie Related?"
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah,
right.
and I just looked at him and went like this. But aside from that, I'm gonna go back to my childhood. We were. I was a big hockey player back then before I got run over and I had my leg broken. Mm-hmm. But I remember we were in the championship game. We were behind with 4 minutes left to go in the game, 2-0. And I was behind the net. I passed it out, and a guy scored, and we were back in the game. We're only one goal behind. The two next face-offs in the center, the guy hit it ahead. I skated ahead and did the exact same move on the goalie. Just went straight in and backhanded it past him. Scored the tying and winning goal in 30 seconds. And I
pretty cool.
did not want to get off the ice. But the coach is like this, trying to get the big defenseman out there because I was just a skinny little kid. And and that's the night that the guy representing Howie Meeker came up to my parents and said they wanted to send me to Russia on the Canada team. And 4 weeks later, I got run over.
That was the other team.
That was Howie Meeker. That was a bad decision.
That's a bad decision.
Oh wait, okay. So if we're going back to childhood, I was in karate. I took my test for my belt, and the teacher said, "This is the first time I'm ever going to do this. You're going to skip a belt because
They didn't have the other color.
I was so good that no, the next belt is not for you. It's the one after that."
Is that when they drew the little black lines on the bottom of your belt?
Until the belt came in, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Here's the really funny part. Paul was once in a karate competition. Little Paul. And he got disqualified for hitting too hard.
No,
Now, the kid was sitting on the bench.
No, he got disqualified for kicking the other kid in the nose.
I was in the final round. Like, this is the finals, and it's non-contact. And I kicked the guy in the face. And the guy says, "Warning!" And okay. And then I kicked him in the face again. So
That guy still looks like
Okay,
this.
really warning.
I wasn't runner-up. I was actually disqualified.
Yeah. But Paul was the better fighter in that fight.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Like, he's the only one who was not
maybe he wasn't expected to be kicked in the face twice in a non-contact sport.
Okay, last question.
It's like the goalie tackling you.
Okay, 2 quick questions.
Okay.
Okay, what are your favorite apps on your phone? Okay, mine, I have this one, it's a fitness app. And it doesn't track my steps based on the movement of the phone or anything like that, but I guess distance with the GPS. And it has this circle, and it if you complete the circle, you've done your goal for the day, and it shows you how far past your circle. There's rewards if you complete your circle after a full week. So So it keeps me interested in doing that.
Okay.
I don't really use too many apps on my phone. I use the maps once in a while when I'm traveling to find out locations. That's about it.
I guess this is my favorite app. It's, I guess I've done an update. It controls my smoker, right? So I can remotely set the temperature and the time on my smoker. It'll tell me what the temperature is of the meat and everything, and so I can sit inside while my smoker's going, and I can control it all from my phone.
Are you sure it's not TikTok?
Yeah.
And then-
he sends me 4 TikToks a day.
Yeah.
And then TikTok.
I think it's TikTok first.
Yeah.
I think it's TikTok first.
Okay. Are your kids similar to you?
Huh. My oldest is smarter than me.
He's 6.
He's 9. But he's especially smart. Right now, he could look at any flag and tell you what country it is. Like, he's all about flags right now. And he's also all about dinosaurs right now. He knows things I don't know. Yeah, he's super.
Yeah, but personality-wise.
I would say my youngest is more like me personality-wise when I was that age. Right? He's a little more charismatic than my oldest. But looks-wise, I think my oldest looks like me more.
Steven's more like me when I was his age. I was a lot more athletic back then. Like to play sports everywhere, like all the time. Baseball, volleyball, all the time. Hockey. So probably more like that. But I'm a lot softer spoken than both my kids.
Yeah, so I think his personality is a lot like you when you guys are being out there and cracking jokes
Yeah.
and laughing and stuff. But you have a softer side where you can relate to a wide variety of people, and he is very rigid in his views.
Oh yeah, both my kids are. Both my kids are.
Yeah.
My kid, he's very much he's an introvert. He's smart. He's quiet.
So yeah, you. Except the smart.
Well, I was a smart student
You cheated.
once.
I remember.
So I'm academically minded and an introvert and quiet. I don't like lots and lots of people. Yeah. So, and we're both interested in talking about the same things like politics and news and stuff like that. So yeah, he's my clone.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Except a foot taller.
Yeah.
He's taller. Lucky him. Okay,
He
and
looks an awful lot like the neighbor. I don't know.
like we have enough questions for one more video.
Yeah.
Woo!
I guess
Stay tuned for that.
guess we'll see you on the other side.
Memory rests between the pages of my mind. Memory